You're listening to Bizarre Buffet, a podcast of all you can eat weird. I'm your host, Mark Torriello.
I'm Jen Wilson.
And I'm Mark Bluestein.
There'll be food and drink and ghosts, and perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited.
When we first went in, one of the people said, "Who are you?" And Tex said, "I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's business."
Hello. Happy Easter.
Oh my God, happy
Easter bunny
fucking
kisses.
Easter. I hope you're sitting on so many eggs.
Zombie Jesus.
Oh God,
He has
zombie
risen,
Jesus.
and I mean Satan.
Oh yes,
Hail
blessed be.
Satan.
Hail Satan. Hi Satan.
So everyone, I guess you all know that we're recording this on Easter.
Fuck yeah, we are.
Woo.
It's Easter, bitches.
And you put the three of us together, and we're the most unconventional people.
We are.
And do the most unconventional things for the holidays. So some of the unconventional things I think that we do for the holidays include, for me, going to Cracker Barrel with my mom.
Oh my God, I know, and which is very sweet.
Going with her to get our medical marijuana.
That's right. And
Happy
you know,
Easter.
Happy fucking Easter. Now, I want all of you, okay, wherever you are, if you're in bed right now, listen to this.
What's that?
You know what that is? That's emulating prison bars.
Oh.
Thank you, Jen.
Oh.
Thank you.
That was better.
Jennifer Wilson, everybody, with a realistic prison bar jangle.
It's my nails.
That's if you're a temptress in prison and you want to call on the boys or girls, you're going to make that. What's that noise, Jen?
Oh.
Ooh, that's how you know.
It's very
time.
tantalizing.
That's your dating signal.
I feel like we're like parrots. Hovering, flying over this prison
Yeah,
stuff.
we are. So, like, have you ever thought to yourselves, are you sexually attracted to people in prison? If you are, that's okay.
I mean, I'm not.
I personally am. Like, when I found out that, like, Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, died, like, I cannot get hard anymore. But that's besides the point. I'm sorry for everybody listening.
Well, actually, that's funny that you bring up Richard Ramirez, but like, women were attracted to him, and the amount of marriage proposals he had from like strangers in prison. Charles Manson, Ted Bundy, they all had these like women swooning over them.
Well,
Yeah,
I think there's this whole serial killer like sex fantasy.
Well, is it that type
like,
of thing?
Choke me, daddy.
Well, is it that type of thing though, right? Where it's like you're getting off on the danger of like, this person might kill me.
I mean, there's people out there like that. But like, so here's my question. So you have a dating app like sugardaddy.com where it's like you sign up and it's just old men who have a lot of money and they're very lonely that are just looking to like take a girl out, or a guy, whatever his preference is. And like a lot of times sexual favors are not mandatory.
Yeah,
So like you're getting something out of this.
it's true.
But then you go on writeaprisoner.com, like what are you physically getting out of this? Like what do you get in the end game?
Well, okay. And
You get fucking baggage. That's what you get.
yeah.
Should we explain what Right a Prisoner like?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is essentially a dating app for those who are incarcerated. And now we might preface for you, we are not prison shaming. We are not passing judgment. This is just, I mean, honestly, kind of as pop culture or like culturally relevant as you can get, especially in today's age. So we're merely just commenting on the nature of it. So,
Well, let's talk about how we came across this, because this started when I really wanted to write to Joe Exotic
yes,
from Tiger King.
the inception of this was early on.
And this was like in the beginning of Bizarre Buffet. And
Yeah.
I was looking to write to him because I wanted to give him a platform for him to like share his side of the story. And I felt like, why not?
Yeah.
So as I started researching how to write a prisoner popped up.
That's right.
And
we revisited it like later on, and we realized just how in depth writeaprisoner.com was. I mean, it would be like, I guess not like any other dating app, because clearly that's not the case.
It's unusual, right?
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
You have all different dating apps. Like you have, Christian Mingle. You have
Sugar Daddy.
Sugar Daddy.
I
You
met
have,
Mark
like,
and Christian Mingle.
I
Scruff
actually know
and
someone who
Grindr.
did sugardaddy.com.
Oh, is she still, or he still with them?
No, they are no longer with that person.
Oh, that's okay.
But it was like there was an actual relationship and feelings there.
Wow. Says every gold digger.
I mean, and that person was not me. I
know.
don't.
It wasn't Jen Wilson. I can confirm this. It was
Oh,
not.
there's also armycupid.com.
Oh.
Where you can match with somebody in the military.
It's probably a bunch of men holding fish.
And I had
Dead
another
fish.
friend who
Yeah.
was on ArmyCupid, and then freaked out when she realized that like they were looking to push things really quick, and like, their first date go on a week-long getaway, and then like talk about like the next 6 months, and
God.
They were like,
Sounds like hell.
so when are you getting pregnant and when are you my property? Yeah.
But there's so many different types of dating apps. I wish we could have seen like the VHS videos of the 80s.
well, have you
those, like,
ever
date
seen
things.
I know.
The
They're
show,
so fun.
Dating Behind Bars?
No.
I don't think it's TLC. I've seen it before. But it's Dating Behind Bars, about women who are in relationships with men who are in prison.
I was on that show.
Some of them date. Some of them in relationships, like, and then they were arrested and went to prison. And some, like, they met them through writeaprisoner.com or like one of those types of apps.
So I guess we'll circle back to like what Write a Prisoner is. So like Write a Prisoner, it's pretty much, it's in the name, right?
Well, yeah, and you can write a prisoner, and it's a website. It has like profiles of inmates
Gay, straight, non-binary.
Bisexual.
with, their name, their age. They usually have like a little bio. And then at the bottom, it also tells you what they're incarcerated for.
Which is my
And you
favorite button
can,
to click.
all of us, but you can curate your search by state as well.
So if you are a gay man or a straight woman or anything in between, you can, as you would on any other dating site, curate it.
Yeah.
You can't do age, which I think is one of their flaws. But you know what? Listen, I'm not their media consultant.
Yeah.
However,
The design of the website's pretty shitty. It looks like
it's very
an
bare
AOL.
bones.
I mean, we were talking too,
Homepage,
like when
yes.
this came up as an idea, we were talking about the possibility of each of us picking a prisoner to write to. And then I thought about it and was like, first of all, let's see how long they're in prison for.
yeah, what
And
they're...
second of all, maybe we should get a P.O. box so then they don't show up on our doorstep once they're released from prison.
That
This is-
happened on the Golden Girls.
That did.
That did. I do remember that.
So Blanche was
that
writing to a
episode.
prisoner, and then he got out, and then he went to the house, and they were all like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
So if you're going to write to a prisoner, make sure you see how long they're incarcerated for.
Yes, it depends.
Maybe try to get the lifers.
Depends on what they were incarcerated for.
Yes.
I know, but my fear is that someone's just going to show up on my doorstep.
Yeah.
That actually that happened when I was dating somebody that I found on a dating app.
What?
Yeah.
I think you're gonna need to tell us the story.
I met somebody through a dating app, and we were seeing each other for a little bit. It was nothing serious. He did buy me a Michael Kors backpack that was like $400.
Oh,
It's
That's
very
nice.
it's very cute. I've seen it.
And then dumped me over text message.
Okay, but you kept the
Fucker.
bag, right?
I did keep the bag.
Good.
And then we went like 6 months with no contact. And then I was sitting up watching Black Panther one night. and it's a little after midnight, and I hear a knock at the door.
No.
And I look through the peephole.
Oh, Jesus.
And he's fucking standing there.
No.
Did you let... What
No, I didn't let him in.
Well, I figured
But I
you
did
wouldn't,
like sleep with a knife under my pillow for like the next 2 weeks.
And for everyone listening,
God.
that is the thing that you do. Don't open the door. That's how every Lifetime or Unsolved Mystery starring Robert Stack starts. But Jen doesn't drive a Camaro that's from the 80s. That would help.
It would.
But that's normally like, if you see like any car on The Price is Right that people win, all of them are like cars that people are definitely kidnapped with or from.
Or last seen in.
Or last seen in. So,
Yeah.
that's just all I'm going to add. But, do what Jen did. Don't let them in.
So to get back to writeaprisoner.com, we decided that we were going to pick an inmate and just read their profile for you this evening.
Yeah.
Just because we thought it would be just a little risky writing
a little
to actual
controversial
inmates, because I personally don't want, visitors unannounced on my doorstep.
Well, yeah, but you have to be aware of the potentials, that could possibly come after that. So like Jen said, if you're not speaking to somebody who is, has life in prison and who is like, no, I earned this sentence, you have many variables that you may come to face with.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like, too, this application or website could be used by like churches to try to recruit people or get donations. I could see churches trying to write to them and being like, oh, if you send us $10 in the mail.
You can write a handwritten letter, or you can send them an email, but you have to pay to email them.
To my understanding, it's essentially the same difference as writing them a letter, but what this third party essentially is like printing it and mailing it for you.
Very nice.
Yeah.
This website should pay us because I feel like we're advertising for them. And
I agree.
This is not an advertisement, people.
No, it's not. So,
Yeah.
Mark, why don't you share with us a profile that you came across?
Okay.
Is he Big Daddy 96?
No, they
No,
don't
he's-
have usernames like that. They have their first and last name. And just for the privacy of these prisoners, we will not be saying their full name nor their prison number, because that's just not appropriate.
Yeah.
That's right.
We're not here to
However,
make fun of people.
we're not. Like we
It's an
said
interesting
earlier.
idea.
Names have been changed.
Yeah.
Yes, names have been changed, but also if you feel as though you hear a description of somebody you might want to possibly mindfuck, or like, I don't know, something.
Or just reach out to and
just-
have a connection with.
Yes, exactly. Have a meaningful connection with, please contact us and we will do our best to reference the individual privately.
All right, so take it away, Mark Torriello.
So when I conducted my search, I was like, okay, I put myself in the shoes of like a single gay man, and
Of course he did.
and I was like,
Yeah.
ooh. Anywho, I did a gay man search for all of the United States.
Oh, listen to him. I just like scrolled through and just found the one who's about me was really interesting and hilarious.
We see where his true intentions lie now.
Yep.
Maybe I have a new prisoner fetish.
He might.
Well, that's what happens.
Watch this one episode of Oz.
You put
Inside of
yourself in
me.
the shoes of
Yeah,
a
so-
young gay man.
Yeah, and I was like, ooh, okay, if I were single, like, which one would I talk to, right? So,
That's what they all say.
so upon my scroll, I found this one guy. He kind of looks like a hipstery version of Superman.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay.
I kind
like,
of dig it.
he's
Like a hipster
handsome.
Let me
Clark
see.
Kent.
He looks kind of like Mark. Here.
So, a description of this gentleman. He is like a version of me who has more hair, so he's pretty hot. Here, Jen, you can see.
Well, you know I like the aged.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I do.
Oh, now I'm aged.
I do see the Clark Kent.
I mean,
All right, I'm gonna give this
mean,
back to Mark so he can fucking read this profile.
is he murder like 1 count or 2 or like just aggravated assault? Because, I mean,
Yeah, I don't know, actually.
we'll find out.
Okay, so this is the profile. And if anyone is interested...
He kind of looks like Eric Roberts.
Yeah, well, I like Eric Roberts.
Who's
Listen.
Eric Roberts again?
I'm trying to think of a movie reference that you would know. He's Julia Roberts' brother.
Oh, yes.
You know, but he's been in like a lot of weird movies.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
He doesn't get the same roles that Julia does.
Of course not, because he's not Julia Roberts.
That's right.
He's Eric Roberts.
He's Eric Roberts.
All right, so this guy says, I've been incarcerated since I was 20 years old, and I'm set to be released soon. I am seeking new friendships and possibly contacts for when I'm released. Well, that's smart, because if he has contacts, he can get jobs. So, okay. Here are some things about me. I'm a certified welder who enjoys designing and building unique things. I'm an artist that specializes in photographic realism, portraiture, and tattoos. I'm a very creative person, and I like to express myself through various avenues. I have a colorful personality, and I am an outgoing, adventurous, and spontaneous person. I'm self-educated in a variety of areas such as business, law, and finance. Prior to my incarceration, I have traveled the United States as an industrial electrician. I have goals of entering the entrepreneurial world once I'm released. Good for him.
This sounds like a LinkedIn profile.
It really
I'm
does.
rooting for him.
And
Yeah.
I mean, he's handsome. He's articulate.
Yeah, he's very easy on the eyes. I think he's going to go places.
I think so. I want to know his crime.
Well, okay, so a little bit down, it says, I look forward to getting to know you and hope to hear from you soon. Thank you for your time.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will even distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. I mean, how cool is that, right? It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. On with the show.
Definitely sounds like a LinkedIn profile.
He's a Pisces.
It says hire me all over his profile.
Absolutely. You motherfucker.
Say he's 36 years old.
Currently?
Yes.
And how long has he been in prison?
For a long time, since he was 20.
Oh boy. Okay, so he
there.
did something pretty bad.
He did some hard time.
Oh boy.
But how does it?
So if you go to the bottom.
Please make it arm robbery.
Okay, so if you go all the way down, Mark, it'll say, so you see their name, all their stuff. It says incarceration information. Go down a little bit. It says incarcerated for, and in blue it says see crime. You just got to click that.
Okay.
Sounds like reading Rainbow. Incarceration information.
And it'll tell you what they were incarcerated for.
This is brought to you by
Okay, here we go. See crime.
PrisonPenPal.com.
Incarcerated for see crime. Incarcerated for oral sexual battery.
What does that mean? Did he bite someone's dick off?
What is it called?
Oral sexual battery. Oh, I'm concerned. I think he may have bit someone's dick off.
I mean, it could have been something. It was
Okay.
Did you bite someone's dick off?
Okay, so, all right, I'm on a law site that says oral sexual battery is the intentional engaging in any of the following acts with another person who is not the spouse of the offender when the other person has not yet attained 15 years of age and is at least 3 years younger than the offender.
Oh, that's a very wordy description. Okay.
So, touching the areas of the offender by using the mouth or tongue, or by touching the parts of the offender by using the mouth or tongue of the victim. So, like forcing them to do it to you.
Okay.
Okay. So it's saying lack of knowledge of the victim's age shall not be a defense. Whoever commits the crime of oral sexual battery shall be punished by imprisonment with or without hard labor, without benefit of parole, probation, or suspension of sentence for not more than 10 years.
Okay.
Whoever commits the crime of oral sexual battery on a victim under the age of 13 years, when the offender is 17 years of age or older, shall be punished by imprisonment at hard labor for not less than 25 years nor more than the life imprisonment. At least 25 years of the sentence imposed shall be served without the benefit of parole, probation, or suspension of sentence. Upon the completion of all of this, the offender shall be monitored by the Department of Public Safety and Corrections through the use of electronic monitoring equipment. So I guess
Ankle bracelet.
for the remainder of his life.
Yeah.
So I guess he's going to have to pretty much register as a sex offender when he's released.
Wow. I wonder what exactly the situation was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really none of our business.
it's none of our business, but that's oral sexual battery.
Wow.
Wow.
So please don't do that. Any of
Yes, please don't do that. So he's 36. He's getting out of prison soon. He's handsome. He was 20 when the crime was committed.
you. But in his defense,
People
he was
change.
young.
Yeah.
He was young.
Yeah.
We all did stupid things when we were
Well,
20.
That was my choice. Who's next?
Oh, well, I guess it's... I don't have my phone, so I guess it's going to be our very own
All right. Well, unlike
Jennifer Wilson.
so unlike Mark, I just scrolled through whoever seemed to have a pretty hilarious about me.
Mark is looking for my replacement.
This
That's not true.
this man
I slap.
looks like Vanilla Ice
Ooh, hot.
with gauges.
Oh.
Let me see.
Oh, not
Icy.
not terrible, can I say? Okay. He kind of... Ooh. He has short arms,
He does have short arms.
but he looks like Macaulay Culkin with fillers.
I see.
yeah.
Ish. In the neighborhood.
He has my forehead.
See, Mark is attracted to all these fucking prisoners. What are we going to do, Jen?
I don't know. I mean, the other reason why I picked this profile is that the About Me starts in caps saying, "Stop, read this."
Cool.
Oh my god, I'm already sold. Panties
Ooh.
dropped. Panties are dropped. Here we go.
Stop, read this.
Collaborate.
Woo!
Whoa!
Thanks for stopping by. How are you? Who are you? My name is John Doe, but everyone calls me Malibu. It's a funny story. You should ask me why. At 29 years
Is
old,
there a question mark there?
yeah.
I figured, because I know that your brain would add the question mark. I'm just curious.
You know me. I literally read what is on paper.
Yes, I love it. Okay, continue. Sorry.
At 29 years old, I'm an immortal in my prime.
Oh.
I have washboard abs you could do laundry on, and who wouldn't want to try that?
Oh, what a little sex kitten.
I've been
Meow, prison kitty.
I've been in prison for 11 years, but if I'm good, I should be out by the end of this year. I'm not in here
can't
for
wait.
being good, so that probably won't pan out. Ha! I'm joking.
Oh my god, you know he's going to get out of prison and wreck your house. I'm so
Or
excited.
clean it with those abs.
Yeah. Scrub the floor and your clothing.
If you can't tell already, I like to keep it light, laugh, and have a good time. I'm looking for like-minded people to break up the monotony of living in this box. Are you that person? I love EDM, art, working out, and am a sucker for corny jokes and a good rom-com.
Oh.
I have a plethora of stories to share. Plus,
Show me
Love that word.
I have a bifurcated tongue.
Bifurcated?
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
Does that mean it's cut like a snake?
I have a bifurcated tongue, so I can regale you with twice as many stories as everyone else on this site in half the time.
Oh.
He's a Leo.
Oh. We
He's
love a Leo.
29.
Hey, baby.
He's from Indiana.
Oh, Indiana.
His earliest release date, it's saying March 10th, 2019.
Oh.
And then his earliest release date is 2028.
Okay, so it keeps getting extended. That's
And
problematic.
he's incarcerated for forgery and battery.
Well,
Oh, it's a snake tongue.
Oh.
When they like splice it.
Ew, gross.
forgery and battery. Jen, okay, we're going to do, this is our segment called Close Your Eyes, Pick a Random Profile for me to read. All right, everybody. Jen is going to find our next bachelor. Bachelor number 3. Calm down.
Oh.
You got to get one?
Should we do a female?
Absolutely. Why not?
Oh, her profile's short. No.
I have a baby.
Oh.
I'm not going to add to this. Okay, I could go.
I'm not going to do him because you're an atheist.
Oh, no, I'll take the Christians.
You want the Christian?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, everybody, sit around. This is your father speaking. Okay. Here we have, well, I'll show the picture first. Jen has seen him, but let me show you again. Beautiful. Sexy.
He looks like
Hot.
he's got a really big nose.
He looks like that's a face for an old coin.
Oh God, that's so mean.
Or like John Malkovich with a really big nose.
Let me see.
All right. Well, Mark's gonna.
A little.
Yeah, that's not a good one.
Yeah, Mark's comment basically negates his judgmentalness of my comment. Okay, so my name is. I am a strong Christian looking for a companion to correspond with. I have made some bad choices in life, but I'm doing my best to stay strong in my belief in God. Amen, brother. I know God has better things for me. I pray every day that he heals me and I am able to turn my life around. Same here, but only to Satan. All right, let's follow. I would love someone to be able to share some of my thoughts and dreams with. I know with God, all things are possible. So I hope and pray that the right person comes my way, says Dr. Seuss. I am a huge animal lover and love to draw. Let's see what else he has for us. Oh, God, I'm so fucking moist. What is a Pisces? His photo has not been verified. He is 39 years old. He looks older.
a lot older.
Thank you. Blonde hair, Christian, obviously. Hello. Straight, of course. Do you know a gay Christian? I don't. Incarcerated for criminal contempt.
What's that mean?
Let's look it up.
This is Analingus on audiobook.
My goodness. Oh, let me pull it up. 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 Okay. A criminal contempt of court is a criminal charge which is employed to punish behavior that interferes with the proceedings or orders of a court. Criminal indirect contempt of court is based on violation of a court order, whereas criminal direct contempt of court is based on conduct at court hearings.
Oh, okay. So he was probably fucking rowdy or was like saying something he shouldn't have.
Like yelling like Christ is risen in the middle of court.
Probably.
Okay.
Stuffed bread pizza.
No.
So so yelling in court will get you in
Well,
prison
it's like
for like years and years?
if you ever watch a movie, like you're being in contempt of court when like the person is acting out or saying stuff. So I mean, we don't know how long he's been behind bars.
No, it doesn't say how long. It doesn't say when he was incarcerated on the profile either.
Yeah, so I mean, he could be serving a short stint, or I mean, I could imagine that maybe contempt of court could be like even he lied about something.
He could have.
You know.
But do you think like this God talk is like code for something else?
I mean, it very well could be because, I mean, I don't know. Listen, everybody has a brand.
I kind of want us to like write him a letter and be like, tell us your dreams.
Yeah, tell me why Your God makes you better than everyone else.
Well,
Tell me.
I think these people in prison are just, some of them are trying to actually reform, and unfortunately, like, I'm glad that they are reforming, but unfortunately when you're an atheist and people like us, it's kind of like, okay, well, now you're not doing crime, but now, like, you are part of this MLM
Yeah.
called church.
Essentially.
Yeah, you know, I feel too like there are people who genuinely go into prison and like really work to better themselves.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so I feel like these people, these men, women, non-binary,
yeah.
they're, you know, they're all, I feel like for the most part, probably really genuine individuals.
Yeah.
And like part of me always thinks like, how many letters do they get? Do people actually really write to them?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm like, just,
Yeah.
I would love to know.
Well-
Like, what if we wrote to one of them and then they were like, wow, this made my day. No one ever writes to me. It's just very interesting.
Or what if you get wrapped up into this wacky rom-com? And
With
then,
mine, with his washboard abs.
Yeah, and then he's like, but Jen, I love you. What was that? Moonstruck? I love you.
Yeah, that was Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, I love you. It's Sylvester Stallone.
Well, yeah, he was kind of Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a good movie.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
might go revisit that one tonight.
You should. You know what? Listen, unpopular opinion. I don't give a fuck. That's what we do here. I like Cher the actor better than Cher the singer, and I don't care who knows it, and I
Oh
don't
my
care who
goodness,
hears it.
I love her as an actress.
Thank you.
Love Moonstruck.
you.
Mermaids.
Fucking Mermaids.
Mask.
Mask is a phenomenal film.
Mm-hmm.
I will fight you if you think otherwise. That is a fucking great movie.
It is.
And she's terrific. And so is the guy who wore all the prosthetics to portray a real person.
He was a real person.
And also the actor who was always like the Marlboro Man type with the mustache had a shirt in the film that said free mustache rides, which I am impartial to. So I'm a fan. It's a great film.
No, I feel like this is a very interesting concept.
It
This
is.
whole dating behind bars.
Yeah. And I think when it's all said and done, Mark, Jen, and myself, we often sit around talking with each other before we record as the friends that we are in real life. And the things that we talk about are very much like what we talk about with all of you. So, this is a topic that, we're not like, we always say, we have like not necessarily even views, but like our senses of humor are not typical, but we're never hurtful. And there's always, a greater meaning or thought behind it.
Yeah.
It's not just trying to be offensive or outlandish.
No, not at all.
We like to think we have some intelligent perspectives behind what we spew.
And if any of these profiles stand out to you, do reach out to us.
Yeah, listen,
we'll,
reach out
set
to
you
us,
up.
even if you're reaching out to us for the Christian one. And please, I implore you to not reach out to us for the Christian one. But if so, we are open enough that we will say, hey, brother, hey, sister. Well, not sister because he's Christian, but hey, brother, or no, sister's correct. Come here. We're going to show you George Doe, and here's where you can write him. So we are open-minded, and I do think that it's a brilliant idea because at the end of the day, no one ever knows what someone's story is completely and entirely.
Absolutely.
And, right? And,
I agree.
And there are many people who are maybe in prison or serving sentences that were maybe unfair. Maybe what they did was, not so extreme, but they got a very extreme sentence.
Look at someone like Mark's who really sounded like it was, a LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, exactly.
And then my John Doe was, looking to, I don't know,
macrame, something
like that. And yours was looking to talk the good word.
Yeah, exactly. He was looking to hand out pamphlets. And you know what? If you want to do that, I encourage you to do so. Just make sure you're not standing out in front of abortion clinics and, you know, in front of gay marriages, and you're not throwing stones and lighting fires.
I feel like if one is to reach out to an inmate and write to them, like, I feel like you need to really go in being not attached to this person.
Yes, definitely, you know, have a little bit of a guard, you know.
And if you actually haven't, you can go back to one of our earlier episodes, Visits with Gacy.
Yes.
Where, you know, he wrote and corresponded with John Wayne Gacy, the serial killer.
And he visited with him in person for like 3 years up until like his death. He was actually invited to his execution by John Wayne Gacy. This was all
because he was doing like PhD research too.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
So if you're interested in this, go visit one of our earlier episodes.
And you know what? And you never know how you might change someone's life. You never know how it might change your life. You know, we're all lonely people in one way or another. So help somebody. I'm not saying, don't ask to marry Richard Ramirez. You know, he did terrible things. He's dead. Exactly. He's dead now.
Except I'm sorry. It's not Richard Ramirez. Ryan Murphy is going to be doing a Jeffrey Dahmer miniseries for Netflix. I'm really excited about it.
Wow. That's fascinating. I would like to see that.
And Evan Peters is playing Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. You know, like we do here at Bizarre Buffet, you know, think outside the box.
Okay, well, that was fun.
Yes, it was.
Okay, so if anybody wants to follow us, what would we tell them to do?
I would tell them to follow us on Instagram at Bizarre Buffet. And most importantly, we do encourage you to subscribe and leave reviews because it helps our podcast grow.
Yeah.
It sure does.
And then, Mark, can you just go over the Patreon?
Yes. So, if you would like to be so kind to us, you know, we are an independent production. The three of us do this out of blood, sweat, and tears and love for all of you. We sacrifice things for all of you on a daily basis. You don't even know. We're your mothers. Anyway, patreon.com/bizarrebuffet is where you can donate a mere small fraction of your income monthly and then join the cult, and then, you know, small words, don't read the bottom print.
We're asking for less money than the church will ask.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And with that being said, I'm L. Ron Hubbard.
My name is Leah Remini's Nails, and that's on Instagram. Follow me, say hello, write me a prison letter.
And I'm John Murdoch.
John Murdoch. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. Thank you for listening.
Thank you
so much.